During the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be preparing 45 songs that I'm going to be playing for my classmates in a city in the north of Germany called Lübeck. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a card here with a video where I explain a little bit more. And what I wanted to do today is show you a little bit of the equipment that I'm planning to take, why I chose that equipment, and yeah, so that you can have a little look behind the scenes, if you want to call it that way, of what I have in mind for that concert. So let's get started. Okay, so here is my studio space where I usually work on the videos and do some music. And before I recorded this, I made a decision. I thought, okay, I'm gonna set up my studio with the things that I'm gonna have available when I'm in Lübeck, right? So that I'm not using something that I'm not gonna have with me when I'm there. So the equipment that I'm planning to take is the following. I'm gonna be taking the Arturia Minilab Mark II, this controller here, to play some synthesizers and control a little bit of MIDI stuff, right? So this MIDI controller here. Then the brains of the operation, if you want to call it that way, is the APC-40 Mark II from Akai. Here I can control clips, I can control volumes, I can control basically everything, sends, pans, and all those kind of things. So this is a very, very important tool for to be able to play the set list. Then as an audio interface, I'm gonna be taking the Arturia Minifuse 2, this one here. I usually use the Arturia AudioFuse Studio. I'm going to show you real quick here. This is the audio interface that I usually use. It's an amazing audio interface. I love this audio interface, but this is quite big and heavy. And I also don't want to take something this expensive to Lübeck because I'm already taking a lot of expensive stuff. So I thought, okay, the Minifuse 2 would work great. It's small, it's portable, and has great audio quality, is more than enough for what I need, and I only need 2 inputs. So I thought this works great. I'm gonna be using Ableton. So I've already created a template on Ableton where I have some basic things that I have in mind, the different channels that I want to use for looping, and some sends and returns. Because what I'm thinking is to use the Arturia plugins that are amazing. Here, for example, I have one of them. This is the Reverb Intensity from Arturia. Full disclosure, I've worked with the people from Arturia in the past. I love their products. They're not paying me to say this. They're just amazing products. So yeah, I'm planning on using some of their effects here. So I'm considering a little bit about the guitar. I'm gonna tell you why in a second. Okay, so now we have a MIDI controller, audio interface using Ableton. I'm gonna probably be renting some studio monitors when I'm up there to have high quality audio or a good audio, because I'm gonna play in my room for some people there. So I wanna have good audio. It would be really dumb to have all this equipment and everything prepared for it to be coming out of a pair of cheap speakers. That would be not really clever. And then we're going to talk about the guitar equipment. So here on this side, I have my pedal board. I usually use the whole pedal board as is when I'm recording new ideas or anything like this. This is everything self-contained, meaning here on the top I have an octaver and all overdrives, and I also like to have a reverb before the amp. I don't know, I just tried it out and I really liked it. And then that all goes to this amp over here. This is the 2 Notes, the clean from 2 Notes Audio Engineering, sorry, 2 Notes, the clean. So this is my amp. It's a tube amp that has an output, an XLR output. And then this goes out to modulation and stuff like that. So I have a compressor, chorus, tremolo, delay, and reverb. And then that goes out to the Capsus to do the cabinet simulation, right? Right now I'm running the regular cabinet from the Leclean, this one over here, because it works really, really good. And since I'm considering using the audio effects or the modulation and time-based effects from Arturia directly on Ableton, here, what I'm thinking is just taking the amp, right, of course, and then probably the SD1 from Boss, and the overdrive from JHS, the 3 Series overdrive. Because these two together, they give me a great working palette of sounds. I can have from just light breakup to distortion if I mix them together. And the amp works perfectly great. It's a great sounding amp in a small factor, and then I don't have to take something like that, right? I'm working there on a puzzle, but that's another thing. So I'm just still wondering if I take the whole pedal board or not, or if I just take, those three things, because I'm also going to be visiting my one of my best friends, Alex, in Hamburg, and we're going to probably have some time to write some music, so taking the whole pedal board would be also useful. And then the other important thing, which guitar am I going to take? So these are the guitars that I have available to me right now, and I'm actually making up my mind, and no, I didn't want to say that. I actually already made up my mind, and it's this one. I'm going to be taking the Epiphone Sheraton 2 Pro. And the reason is this. I bought this guitar, I think, in September 2020, when already the pandemic had started, and I have never played live with this guitar, and I love how this guitar looks. It's just, in my opinion, it's really sexy. So, all this gold hardware and the blue, and when you look at it under some light, you can see the grain of the wood underneath the paint. And it's a comfortable guitar. It's, of course, if we think about the other options that I have, it's the heaviest of all the guitars, and it's the biggest of all the guitars. So for traveling, it's not that great. But the thing is this. I love how it looks. I love how it feels. But I don't love how it sounds. And I've been struggling with that. So I made a decision. You know what? I'm going to force myself to play with this guitar, to find out how I can make this guitar sound the way I want and learn it inside out. Because I love everything about this guitar, but its sound. I've been even thinking about changing pickups to see if maybe that improves the sound, right? But I decided I'm not gonna spend any more money. I'm just gonna find a way to get the best sound out of this instrument. So this is now my working guitar. I will have to find a way, figure it out, and hopefully fall in love with it. And yeah, because I already love how it looks, like I said, but not the sound. So that's gonna be the guitar that I'm gonna be creating making these new songs and working them out. And the other guitars are just gonna have to watch from the sidelines. And here I have some other equipment that I'm not going to be taking with me that I actually, for example, I usually have my Arturia Micro Freak also there on the desk because I use it when I'm working on some other ideas. And here I have some other pedals that I take in and out. For example, the RC5, sometimes I have it in my pedal board if I know that I'm going to be looping. Some other options that I have. But right now I decided, okay, I'm just going to use what I need in order to get this set list going. And yeah, there you have it. That's the equipment that I have in mind to take with me. And as soon as I have any updates on how the songs are going, I'm going to be posting them. I'm also going to be showing you, wait, my hand is shaking a lot. Oh my God, this camera is a little bit heavy. So I'm going to be sharing with you the whole process of the songs, what I'm making, how I'm creating them, lyrics, and everything that goes wrong and everything that goes right. And yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.